All right, hello, Aquebogue Elementary School. I hope you are all doing well out there. Let's get myself set up here. I'm gonna just lower this just a little bit, but there we go. All right, Mr. Carlson, you hearing me loud and clear in there?
I'm hearing you great.
Wonderful. All right, everybody. I hope you are having a great day. It's so great to get to see everyone on a Wednesday, and it's great to be here to celebrate our Superstar Students of the Week for November. For those of you who are new to Student of the Week, we pick Students of the Week throughout the year, and at the end of the month, we bring all of our students together to celebrate their accomplishments over the course of the month in our Student of the Week assemblies. It's one of our favorite times of the entire year. Well, with everything that's going on right now, we can't put all of our students in the cafeteria together like we normally love to do, but we're here with you today to celebrate some of these amazing Students of the Week, to inspire the rest of our students out there to know that that could be you one day as the Student of the Week. And let me say, we are fueled right now by some delicious lemon bars created by our wonderful parent-teacher organization. So thank you to our wonderful parents, and know that you are giving us a great afternoon pick-me-up throughout the building. I can feel the energy surge as the sugar hits the bloodstream. So here we go, Aquebogue. We are going to celebrate our November Student of the Week here in just 1 second. All right. Here and screen. So it's December 2020, and our Students of the Week have been shining all throughout the month of November, and it's time to give them a big shout out. So here we go. Our students have been embodying the character traits that we've been talking about all year: being kind, being respectful, being flexible, being responsible, being caring, being collaborative. Every one of these students has an amazing story of what they did to earn the Student of the Week honors. And I wish we had time to bring all of their teachers into this presentation to tell you, because it would be amazing. But we're going to go through, and you're going to see, for each student, you're going to see what they picked to be their character trait that they thought they were most showing in the month of November. So you'll see their picture, you'll see our Student of the Week picture frame, and you're going to see in the corner what they picked as saying, I was kind this month, I was respectful this month, I was caring this month. So it was our pleasure to get to go around and talk with the Students of the Week about what they did to deserve this honor. So here we go. Let's shout them out. If you're watching this at home, you're going to clap right along with us. We're going to start with kindergarten. Our Students of the Week for kindergarten, a big shout out to Eleanor Abrahamson, Giselle Ulu Garcia, Eli Salcedo, Catherine Jimenez Gonzalez, Yuretsi Gutierrez Rodriguez, Cooper Domkowski, Hazel Ortiz Galdames, and Alexa Sicajal Lopez, Dylan Mendez Duras, Sebastian Sicajal Lopez, Jason Romero, Matthew Porix Lemus. So give it up for our kindergarten Students of the Week. Let me hear you out there. All right, let's shout out our first graders coming in as our star Students of the Week. You can check out the character trait that they thought they were most showing down in the corner, and let's rock and roll. So Big shout out to Clayton Spampanato, Joshua Garcia Donis, Jefferson Villa Ortiz, Vilma Bonilla Hernandez, Carlos Hispana, Aiden Jammerzek, and you can see they're smiling under their mask. You can always tell. It's what we always say. You can see your smile even through a mask. Lisbeth Miguel Bautista, Leo Gregor, Alexander White, Nicholas Masood, Andrew Prunty, Kevin Cardona Claros, Jose Geronimo Villa, Connor Shumeda, Amira Strong, Charlie Rosso, Allison Parada Dubon, there's that smile, Thomas Borneman, and Robin Ramirez Leon. Those are our first grade students of the week. Can we hear it for them? Great job, first graders. Now you'll notice we have a robot theme because our students always, when their battery's down, they always recharge. They're always back in the fight. And these robots are just pretty cool looking, aren't they? So for second grade, we have Adriana Oliva, Aaliyah Freeman, Jake Scudder, Andrea Valise Garcia, Brittany Guevara Rodriguez, Ashley De Leon Garcia, Abigail Robillard, Luz Kantekami, Owen Dupree, Kennedy DePetris, Ava Parent, Patrick Alexander. Give it up for our second grade students of the week. Working hard, kind, caring, responsible, flexible, all those things. We love you, second graders. All right, here we go. Our third grade star students of the week for November. Let's shout them out. Lawson Shizaver, Kimberly Cordova Villarreal, Sophia Puluk Torres, Amy Gregor, Juliana Ugiel, Travis Brown, Charlotte Haupt, Caden Lennon, Martin Espinoza Ramos, Cooper Forster, Allison Magana, Santo Buttafuoco, Alexi Puglia Criollo, and Jaime Enriquez Veliz. Our third grade students of the week. Give it up. All right. For our fourth graders, Nicholas Hernandez, Wesley Kajowski, Aaliyah Cross, Fabian Vasquez Basurto, Josue Pedro Francisco, Devin Lacan, Logan Redmond, Jader Molina, Trey Edwards, Mia Caputo, Jeremiah Gilliam, Gilberto Carazal de Jesus, Emerson Jacobs. And now we want to give a very special shout out to some students who have definitely been showing the character trait of being hardworking and being caring out there in the virtual world. Our virtual students, We don't see you in the building every day. We see you through the computer and you're always with us. We're always thinking about you, even though you might not be physically present in our school. We want to honor you. So let's give a huge shout out to Mrs. Ellis White's virtual class, to Mrs. Marcucci's virtual class, to Mrs. Stromsky's virtual class. They are ready for the holidays. Check that out, folks. And to Mrs. Bankert's virtual class, Mrs. Hudgens' virtual class, Mrs. Kessler's virtual class, Mrs. McDonald's virtual class, Mrs. Maloney's virtual class, Mrs. Santos's virtual class, Mrs. Sullivan's virtual class, Mrs. White's virtual class. We know how hard you have all been working. We can't wait to see you soon, and we are thinking of you all the time. So, to all of our students of the week, we are so proud of you for all that you've done to earn this honor. I hope that you'll go back and watch this when you need a boost and remember when you were a student of the week. And to all of our other students, get ready because that can be you. And now I'm going to turn it over to the one, the only, your assistant principal, Mr. Carlson.
Thank you, Mr. Miltenberg, and congratulations, boys and girls. It's so nice to, like Mr. Miltenberg said, know that those smiles are behind those masks. I want to share with you one of the favorite parts of the Student of the Week assembly. In addition to celebrating accomplishments, is to also build up those character trait words and to take the things that we talk about on the announcements and that your teachers talk to you about and also try to bring them to life and highlight them in our school. I asked 4 Aquebogue students, Ryan, Michaela, and Ariella, to spend a few minutes with me talking about teamwork and also talking about a pretty cool experience that they had when they won a contest to be principal or assistant principal for the day. So over the summer, they were invited to read 1,000 minutes, and when they did, we did a little lottery of the names that came in, and they were the ones that were chosen. Well, Mr. Miltenberg and I had so much fun doing that this video is going to talk a little bit about a winter reading invitation that we'd like to issue to you. So I'm going to share the screen with you in just a moment. And take it away, kids. Hello, boys and girls of Aquebogue Elementary School. Whether you are watching this as a student who is at home, learning from home with our virtual teachers, or in a classroom watching this on delay, or I think we're even going to show this on a Wednesday, so I guess we'll all be watching it from home. I am joined, you'll see on my screen, by the winners of our summer's principal reading challenge. They served as principal and assistant principal for the day back in October, and we're going to talk to you in a little bit about how you can do the same this January. This month, Mr. Miltenberg and I have been talking a lot about teamwork, and I want to take a minute and ask the children on the call to think about a problem that they have had in their life. Then I want to ask them who, not what the problem was, but I want to ask them who helped them resolve or work on that problem. I don't know how you raise your hand on a Google Meet, but do you give a thumbs up when you're ready to share your answer?
Or you can just press the hand button.
Hey, look at that. That's perfect. So, Ryan, who helped you with your problem?
My mom and dad.
Thank you. How about you, Michaela M?
My mom and dad.
What about you, Michaela? 4th grade, Michaela?
What about me?
Well, don't tell me about the specific problem, but who in your life helps you when you have a problem?
My mom.
Oh, thank you. And how about you, Ariella?
My mom.
Well, the important thing about all of your answers is that nobody said, no one helped me. I solved the problem all by myself, right? I can handle everything. Nobody helps me with anything. And when we talk about teamwork, I just want to point out that most problems, of course, we work on them sometimes by ourselves, but generally we bring in people that we trust, the people that we know care about us to help us solve them. So you always, boys and girls out there, need to do that when you're addressing problems. You need to be a helper. You need to be part of the team. And then you also need to understand that when you have a problem, whether it's at home or it's in a classroom or it's in your school or your community, that we're going to be reaching out to others to help us address that problem best. The boys and girls on this call got to see teamwork right up close and personal when they were principal or assistant principal for the day with us. Ryan, Michaela, and Ariella all said to Mr. Miltenberg and I, like, wow, you two do almost everything together. And these children went from being relative strangers or maybe just a familiar face with each other to working really closely together in just a couple of hours. They all did a tremendous job. So in just a moment, I'm going to ask them for some parting advice on home reading, because these 4 kids all have really good habits for reading at home. And over the winter break, which is going to start in just a few days, you're getting this week, if you were in cohort 1, you got it already. If you're in cohort 2, you'll get it in just a day or two. This Principal's Winter Reading Invitation. And just like we did over the summer, I'll ask you to fill out a little chart for every 20-minute block that you read. So if you read for an hour one day, you cross off 3 blocks. Now, over the summer, each of these kids you see on the screen read for at least 1,000 minutes. Well, summer is a little longer than winter vacation. And so the challenge this time, the invitation this time, is to read for 300 minutes over the 16 days that we will be apart. So, children, on your way out of the call, who would like to give some advice as far as a good reading habit that you have that you can share with the boys and girls of your school? Go ahead, Michaela Boza. Thank you for raising your hand.
Actually, I'm still working on my advice, so I'll go last.
Sounds good. Anyone else? Go ahead, Rye.
We'd read after usually right after lunch, and I found 2 really good books that I really like to read, and it's just like after you get in a good book, like you can't stop. So like it's good, and it makes you read for a while.
Brian, I think those are 2 really good pieces of advice. Kind of find a time of day that works in your routine, and most certainly to, once you find a book you love, to really stay there as long as you can. That's great. Anyone else? Go ahead, Ariella.
Read every day and read the books that you like.
Couldn't agree more, and I could see from the smiles on the screen that your other readers feel the same way, right? Read for joy, find the joy in those stories. Great. Michaela, you had your hand up. Michaela Boza, go ahead.
Well, if you don't like to read, then read comics. And if you don't like to read comics, then read the newspaper. And if you don't like to read the newspaper, read the words on your math word problems. You'll get better at reading in a forced way.
Thank you, Michaela. And I think that is dynamite advice, to understand how wide of a thing reading can be, and all the places that we can find important things to read. Does anyone else have anything that they'd like to share? Michaela M., go ahead.
To like go to the library and pick a book that you like, and to read for the same.
Absolutely. And we have something that we are excited to turn those pages, right? Reading becomes such an important part of our lives. Well, Ryan, Michaela, Ariella, and Michaela, I'm so grateful for your time. I'm thankful to your families for facilitating you being part of this. And I look forward to sharing it with the boys and girls during the Student of the Week assembly. Thanks, everybody. Give us a wave on the way out. All right, so I just want to thank Ryan and Michaela and Ariella one more time for spending that time with us, and of course sharing what they learned as well. Um, Boys and girls, so like I mentioned, you've got that.
Before you go, I have a couple more students that we need to shout out. When we were going through all of our pictures, I think this jumped a couple of slides ahead. So I am going to bring it back because we want to give a big shout out to a couple of room 15 students that we missed on the first go around. And they're going to get an extra special section here because I know how hard they've been working. Katarina Masood, a big shout out, and Charlie O'Brien are also star students of the week for room 15. All right, back to you, Mr. Carlson.
Yeah, well, thanks, Mr. Milberg, and congrats again, boys and girls. We will look forward to seeing you at our holiday concert, whether you were watching that in school on Friday or watching that in this way from your homes on Friday. We'll look forward to seeing everybody then. Take care, children.
Okay, bye, everybody.